Hello, I am Valentina Chirasola, your host, and welcome to a new episode of Create Beauty Every Day. Today's episode it's about exercising at home and home gym. Boy, is exercising at home a drag. It is a drag for me because you have you have all the good intention to exercise because you know it is good for you. You always find a motivation to do it, but it's a drag because you have no coach to tell you what to do, no personal trainer. You sweat alone between four walls of your home. You have no peers to uh, talk to or maybe gossip while you're exercising, and maybe you have a dog that does think you are funny while you're doing what you do and wants to imitate you, and that might be the the most interesting part of exercising at home. So unless you go to a gym, what I want to say, unless you go to a gym or walk or jog out in nature, that is the scenario that you have at home. Cut and dry, boring. At least I think it is. Let me tell you a little story. Long time ago, I had a client who wanted me to install the stock exchange ticker tape in his own gym, which was located between the master bedroom and the master bathroom. He checked his stock activity every mm, time he was in those areas, usually early morning. This guy was a very hyper person and had an ulcer. I think it was a chronic ulcer. I was always wondering if he had opted to go exercise in the nature, listening to the birds, smelling the flower, and taking fresh air would have been a better solution for him. Who knows? But people live the way they want to. That was his way. This is just a small example of what people do to complicate their lives, and it is my way of saying that whether you exercise in the early morning or after work, you need to create around you a space, we call it home gym, a space that is as pleasant as possible to alleviate the natural uh, effort and natural fatigue that exercise brings, right? So your home gym, first of all, should have a window. It must. It's a must. It must have a window looking out to something pretty, nature, water, whatever. Or a French door that opens completely out to um, a nature, a park, a garden, a body of water. Because you need to recreate a serene escape to prepare your body for the daily grinding or to calm the body after a day of work. So it is very important to create that escape around that gym room. However, I know that this is not always possible. I have seen people exercising in their bathroom, in their bedrooms, in the corridor, in the living room, in the basement without windows. And I've also seen equipments being rolled out under the bed after they finish exercising. That's another story. All right, so I understand. Situation of houses of different people homes are very different. So you might ask what to do. to create beauty in the area or the room that you exercise, with whatever it might be. So I say stage it. Stage it in the nature, as if you were in the nature. That's what I mean. First, indoor plants are never a bad idea because are soothing, they soothe the soul, and they open up the space. Makes the space feel uh, bigger and improve air quality. That's very important when you have to breathe uh, with fatigue. So that's very important to have plants that breathe oxygen into your room. If you're lucky to have a room dedicated to a gym, then add sounds of nature inside as birds, waterfall, cascading, waves, sea waves, crickets, and even add bells. So these elements, these elements are easy to find in electronic devices. Like for instance, my clock that I wake up with in the morning plays all these sounds, so I never had a harsh ringing sound in my ears. So first plays that and then plays classical music. So you can have these kind of devices that do these things and reproduce nature into your gym room. Fresh flowers, for instance, fresh flowers um, are appropriate in the gym room, but not candles, because you're trying to eliminate all the toxins from your body. Candles made out of petroleums will put toxins back into your body. So remember, I just want to say something. Remember that beauty is contagious. If you are born, or if you were born in the beauty, you know exactly what it is, and you know how to reproduce it for others to copy it and do the same. So beauty will multiply, and that's what we want to strive. We want to strive in putting that beauty in our lives every day, because it does multiply. So, do you think your home gym, it must be just you alone with your equipment and the four walls? Think about it. So until next Thursday, this is my message for today, but next Thursday I will come out with a different episodes. Until then, another episode of Create Beauty every day. I want to thank you for being here and watching me. And if the desire strikes you, please visit my website, valentinadesigns.com, and or my blog, valentinaexpressions.com. Bye. Peace. Love. Kiss.